All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, the sun's in my eyes, so I look a little ridiculous, but here we are. It's not anymore now, so here we go. So let's see. We're on the air. Okay, yeah. So we're supposed to show me an overlay. Show me an overlay. Overlay. Show me a security overlay. I'm trying to make this easy for myself because hopefully that as a sentence keeps me focused. Um, because or else I'm gonna get all over the place. So let's see. All right. Show me a security overlay. Let's do it. Oh, I gotta grab the last video. All right, so what are we gonna do today? So we're gonna just modify the flow to add the security MD file. And then based off of the FML's security MD file, and then did we get these on the 2021 manifestation board? Getting down to business. I have no idea what happened there. All right, this might be screwed up. So, what are we doing? Okay, show me a security overlay. Show me a security overlay. Okay, so we're going to use DFML security MD file. I need to tweet this. We need to use DFML security MD. No, I can't tweet. It's out of order. Okay. Right, I'm locking the discussion thread um, because I realize this is going to be too complicated for me to dump. So it's in the PR and then it'll be in the master branch and then discussion will basically just be PR it. All right. So headlocked and discussion should continue in PR. Okay. Oh, reminder. What are you doing? Now this is here. Actually, I'm going to comment this at the bottom so that I don't go beyond that 112 page that we just hit. And then this doesn't matter. So I don't think I've touched the thread since. So, okay. All right, we're locking the thread. Okay, so now conversation in the PR, please, so I don't have to do this 20 million more times. So, okay, so unlock conversation. Does this mean I can still edit it? I can still edit it. God damn it. I'm trying to lock it for myself. I'm the problem here. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm happy I can still edit it. Okay, so all right, okay, what are we doing? Show me a security overlay. Show me a security overlay. Okay, these index files are out of order, but that doesn't matter. We need to show a security overlay. Might be actually too cold. Mm. All right, okay, so this is India. Well, this is the docs. Okay, so we should be up to date. So we should be able to. Why is this window yelling at me? Okay. All right, so we should be up to date. Let's do git status. So why is all that shit there? Um, docs, arch, Alice, discussion, 45, readme, D. Okay, so I don't know, files are above. Okay, inner source org health. Okay, it's the table we did. All right, so let's see. How many commits? 1435, get rebase dash I, head minus 1435. Okay, so we just sort these lines. Let's just sort these lines based on timestamp. Um, yeah, let's just sort these based on timestamp. So how would we sort these lines based on timestamp? So let's select them and okay, so we select them, we do dot, or so we do single tick quote left arrow, so you do escape, right? So and then single tick left arrow comma single tick or so yeah single tick right arrow, and then we can say space bang python dash c, and I think on this machine it's python 3 because there's no aliasing, we're not in the shell, and we can do import sys, so it's going to feed it to it as standard input, right? So we can say um, import sys, import date time, and we can say, um, so we want to print all of the lines. We can't use for loops here, so we're going to use like generators and stuff. So, okay, so we do print, and then let's see, so print datetime, and so sys.stdin, right? So we want to print everything from sys.stdin. We want to join all the outputs with the new line. And we're going to go through each line in the standard input, and we're going to sort it by timestamp, and I believe there's no two same timestamps. I don't think I ever modified with it one within a second. There's one that was close that I was worried about, but um, I think other than that we're good. So, and we'll just word count dash L to compare the difference. So actually we'll see if the commits went down because it was 1435. So if we end up with less commits, we'll know we screwed up. So let's just build a dictionary, right? So sorted, sorted. Okay, no, we'll build a, yeah, we'll build a list, the tuple as the output of the list, and it will be line, and then, okay, so for line in sysstdn, all right, key equals lambda x x1. So that is, and this will be I. So we'll just call it line, line date. All right, so line date, and then line date 0 is line date 1 is date, right? So line date time. Not that this matters, this line of code is being thrown away right now, but it's not because it's in the recording. Um, so sorted. Okay, so print me all the lines sorted, and then line. So now date time dot date time, and then let's do dot stir from time, or string from time. I know string parse time, string format time to string parse time. So now we have to put in a little expression that talks about the time. And so for that, we can go to the tricks page, and the tricks page has a little expression about the time. Where is it? Sahel and I had to do some time zone math, and so then I played around with this. So from ISO format, is this an ISO format? I think it is. Maybe this is just from, I think we can just do from ISO format. Datetime dot from ISO format. Okay, no, it's datetime dot datetime from ISO format, line dot split -1. Right, so we want the last thing. We're going to split the line. So we read over each line in the standard input. We split it and on spaces, and then we grab the last one, which is the date. We convert it to a date time object, and we yield that plus the line. And then when we go through here and we do line date time, we want to just print the first one for line date time and sorted. And then there's the print, there's the join. Okay. Let me copy paste that. Didn't like it. Let's see. Oh, for line in. Okay. Okay, invalid ISO string format. Okay, that's fine. So it's not an ISO string, so we'll just use the thing that we were just using, which is that. What is it called? From ISO, no, not from ISO format. Where's the other one? Strip time. Strip. Okay. Let's see. So strip time. Okay. Right. So we throw that there. Okay. And what was this? So this was, what was the format on this one? Year. Weird. Okay. Let's just see if this works. It looks similar. No, it didn't like that. Okay. It did some kind of substitution. Oh, so we need to, oh shit, wait, what is that? Okay, so if you use these percent characters in Vim, okay, if you use these percent characters in Vim, then that seems to do something interesting. Okay, so for sorted line, extra time, that closes that, closes that. Okay. Okay, so this does not match format. Okay, so let's get rid of the Z. Seconds. Now it's off my car. God damn it. All right, okay. Does not match format. T colon Z. HM. Time data. Time data 20, 2204 20 T 627. So 420 at 6:27 a.m. and 20 seconds does not match format. Um, BDY. Y really strikes me as being more of a year thing, but let's see what the documentation says. So what are we looking for? We want strip strip stripy time, right? So we say pi stripy time, and here it is. And this might be the one that has the nice helpful message. It might not. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. Where are we at? All right. Year with century as a decimal number. Okay. So this example that I have on the blog makes all of 0 sense. What is this? Did I read it wrong? Oh no, here's the time over here. Okay, completely different. That makes sense. Okay. All right, so Y, so month as zero padded decimal number. So percent %M, percent big Y, and where's the day with zero pad? And then percent %D. All right, so this is, yeah, it's, I mean, I'm using the wrong formatting, so we have to check the formatting. So, okay, so it was percent big Y, right? And then it was percent um, M, and then little b, was it? Let's see, little, no, D, that was the problem last time. Okay. Okay, does not match format. Okay, so we need some hyphens in there. All right, there we go. Oh, great. Okay, so we sorted them now. All right. Ruffles. Ruffles. Okay. I gotta go check on Ruffles. That is still helping. Okay. Is it still helping? Yeah, that is still helping. All right. Okay. Let me kind of go check on Ruffles. Okay. Yeah, just strip the line. There we go. That was so much easier than writing it in dump discussion. All right. Okay. Oh, fuck yes. This is great. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this all started like 4:16, 4:17, and then by, it looks like by 4:20 at 6:27 a.m. I was up and writing. But where are the initial discussions because this is a discussion thread that's been going for a long time. So where 2022, does this look right? Okay, 218. Let's go check the discussion thread. And let's post that fucking command somewhere. All right, that is a lifesaver. I love that. Okay, this is fine. Where's my hat? All right, okay, there we go. All right. Where's that Vim one? There's one of these where we're in Vim and we show this recently. There we go. All right, and I think there's another thing that I have in here somewhere, which lets us. I want to bulk Vim edit. Um, where is it? Because like do a Vim command on files in an automated way. So this one plus the one that we just learned. Um, that's going to be fun. So because then we can rebase interactively, basically. Um, if Alice is presented with a rebase command, she could we could interact with it like this, and we could prototype it like that, and we're going to do, and we can basically do the dump discussion. So let's see. Okay, so we just solved it. I think we solved it. So we solved the thing that we were running into the problem where we needed when we were like talking about. Um, so so back. Let's see. Yeah, I believe here. Um, so let's see. Oh yeah, we solved it. Okay, so we must have solved it. So that makes sense. Okay, so so we were able to rewrite the Git tree based off the discussion thread. Okay, so this is this thing. It won't even show me how many times it's been edited. It's like go fuck yourself. Okay. Okay, wait, no, this is the other thing. Okay, so edited December 9th, May 4th, April. Okay. What about here? December 9th, December 10th. Where are these? Where the fuck are these? Why is this not here? 46 comments. We should have 46 things, and one of them should be labeled December 9th. Oh no, because it's not on a created at date. That's where all these other files are. There's a bunch of other files. Okay, okay, so we need to do, well, I'm really glad we automated this. Okay, so we need to do this again. Um, and, okay. Okay, so I'm really glad we automated all that. Okay, so we need to do this again. So we need to do dump discussion and we need to add some git commands onto, hey, all right, thanks, Sahel. Okay, so we need to, so let's nix all these for now. All right, so what is that? Control V, X. Wait, what did I do? I don't know what I just did there. Huh, weird. It changed it to drop, which is what I wanted, but I don't know where it got the word drop from. Okay. All right, so let's drop these. Let's run dump discussion again. All right. So let's run dump discussion and let's make sure that we call a git command after this path.write text. Dump discussion, Python dash view dump discussion. Okay, so then for command in, okay, let's just make this a function. Let's make it a function and actually let's make it, all right, we're gonna get a little extreme here. Let's do this. Path lift up. This is some JavaScripty stuff to do right here. Um, don't do this. Let's see. Def right git. Oh shit. Oh, do this. This is great. Okay, so how can we use this? Um, show me a security overlay. So yeah. So we can just do at overlay. Yeah, at secure at overlay and then the overlay type. And then we'll be adding operations to overlays. Okay, so at overlay. Oh, I'm glad that came through. Okay, thank you. All right, Alice. Dot. Okay, so at overlay Alice dot um, uh, scripts dot dump dot discussion, and then what do we want it to be? Oh yeah, so if it's installed, then it goes here. All right, so alice.scripts.dump discussion, and this will be Alice, please contribute. And then what if we wanted to have that dynamic selection on applications? So how would we do that? Well, I think it's already just, yeah, it's already a part of it based on the overlay. Yeah. So you can say it right in the code. You can say what you're overlaying. So Alice scripts dump discussion, or we could just pass it in directly. Alice scripts dump discussion, right? Alice, please. Alice scripts, please. Okay. Or maybe if this is the flow, so if you have a upstream, so for entry point registration, so for entry point registration, we do that. For class to entry point registration, and then this is um, okay, so path. All right, so that'll be self, right? Okay, so right text. Okay, so path. Okay, so path, right text. Okay, path. Oh, is this what we're doing? Okay, so path, right, get. Okay, so path, okay, path, right text. Okay, so we're looking into the caller's context. Path, right text. When we're doing an overlay, when we're doing an overlay, we look into the caller's context and inspect the caller's context. Right text. And when we do that, we want to know relative path, path, right text. So we want to know the file name to add, so that's given by the path. So that's the relative path though. So we need the root path. Okay. So we need the root path. So we need the root path. Okay. So right get, right text get, and then output markdown would say overlay dot apply pathlet path. Right text get. We're hot patching in a security fix. It's not a security fix in this case, but it could be. So we're hot patching in we're patching the source code effectively. So we're doing this all in Python right now, but we're thinking about it as if we're patching the source code to because we have this intermediate representation, right, that we can scan across languages. So we're going to take ASTs and we're going to convert them into the intermediate representation, right, that are language specific ASTs. And then we can use this notion of an overlay to apply patches across languages that operate based on intent, um, because we can determine what the intent of the patch is. So we can distribute patches which are intent, which are policy, right? Which and then via our analysis mechanisms determine how the policy is relevant for the given thing we're looking at, and then apply the policy to whatever that thing is. So basically, this is what's going to allow you to do patching. Like this will allow us to do patching of. Uh, okay, so I saw So Redis Labs, I put it on Twitter the other day. Redis Labs had a fine piece of content out of their team there, um, and so why was that I thought that was good? And it was basically something like JSON Web Tokens considered harmful type of thing, and um, so So how would you fix just swapping out JSON Web Tokens is not a trivial task, right? So how would you write something that goes and analyzes for their use and then swaps them out, right? Well, you could use an overlay, and you could use the concept of an overlay because it would allow you to reach into the parent context and then to analyze the intermediate representation across syntax trees, right? And then say, hey, here's the data types that I care about feeding, reserialize the structure, submit the pull request, you know, reserialize the intermediate representation back into the abstract syntax trees of the language of your choice, right? And then submit the pull request up saying, hey, I've swapped out all your auth in your AIO HTTP application for this Redis backed thing or something, right? That doesn't have these token state time problems, right? So okay, so how would we do that right now? So overlay apply. Okay, so overlay apply, pathlib.path, right text, or let's say pathlib.path.right text. Um, so we want to overlay the right text flow, and we want to overlay it, uh, yeah, overlay, salt, overlays, or let's see, overlay dot apply, overlays apply. Okay, so overlays apply. So basically, overlays apply right now. Um, they are in effect, right, for write text. So we're explicitly enabling them. Okay, so now what does, let's see, class overlays. Okay, so def apply class method, or let's just do overlays like that. Okay, so def apply self and object obj. Okay, so write text get. Okay, so this could say overlay pathlib path write text. Okay, so overlay. Okay, so and then def overlay. Oh, thank Alice, please contribute well. Yeah, that worked well. So, all right. Thank you, Alice. Okay, so um, overlay. Um, this is our data flow. Or let's see. So data flow having overlays applied to it. rather than the overlays being merged together, right? That was the big confusing thing. So, I might go inside. It's kind of cold. Um, so data flow having overlays applied to it. Okay, so write text. So if is instance. Okay. All right, let's just go create a new type for this root path. All right, so now we have this root path. And now we can reference the root path. And we can say, okay, so if there's a root path present within the caller scope, then we want to apply the overlay. So how do we say if there's a root path present in the caller scope? Okay, so we have to wrap the function and call it on entry to the wrapper. Okay. So we wrap the function and call it on entry to the wrapper. Okay. Read Python 3-m pydoc dash or no dash func tools dot wraps. Okay, maybe just func tools apps. The one thing I don't like about pydoc on the command line is there's no examples. Uh, uh, func tools dot wraps. Okay. All right. So calling decorated function. All right. Okay. Import func tools. All right. Okay. So where do we want this? Overlay. Flow, overlay applied to it. Okay, so if this is a callable, if is callable, if callable, then inspect dot is function. No, if inspect is function, then wrap it, set no paste, and fix all the tabs. Yes. Okay. To do, and then what was this code? This was like the old context, old wrapper code slash, yeah, the old dataset source to do extend reference. Okay, so that, remember we were talking about that a while ago. So calling decorated functions. Okay, so to wrap more callables. Okay. Mentioned. Okay, so this is, I'll tag this as Alice because that's mentioned in the thread. Okay, so okay, so overlay. So and then what we're gonna do. Okay. So otherwise, so to do implement overlay registration on system or on data flows slash classes slash files slash system context slash others. Okay, so okay, so when you say it like that, that makes me think we're gonna need some kind of data flow for this. Um, so data flow having overlays applied to it. Okay, so we want to overlay the flow, which means that we want before it gets used for it to have. Okay, so this can be done by adding overlays or by checking if a system context overlay value is set to something other than none. If it is set to shared memory loadable overlays, or no, let's see, so, if it is set to overlay set, if it is set to overlay set, then add to the set if it is set to installed overlay set. Okay, overlay set dot installed overlay set. Set and has installed overlay set, then add it to the inner set. Okay, so deployments which run. Okay, so installed overlay set. Okay, so for that would be okay. For the other things, what was the other ones that we were doing? Them Okay. Entities, Alice, Alice, CLI. Is this still working? Yeah. Okay, so okay, port. So it's already open. Okay. So here, this. Okay, so here's the standards, and here's the overlays, right? So here's the base flow, and here's the overlays. So this would be add overlay. Please contribute recommended community standards. Okay, so yeah, so this says I suggest, aka I as in this out out. So Alice, please contribute recommended community standards overlay operations. Git suggests that if it's installed and this is also installed, then it should be applied on use if you're running the default installed flows. Okay, so I'm gonna forget that. I gotta write that down immediately. So to suggest that something be that an overlay be applied. Um, just that an overlay be applied uh, when default installed default installed overlays is run. Installed overlays are applied on via. Okay, for files, source modules. Okay, so within entry points dot txt. So, um, all right, so script stump discussion. Or wait, yeah, okay, so scripts stump discussion. Okay, so this would be, actually this would be path lib dot path dot write text. equals Alice dot scripts dot dump dot discussion write text get. Okay, so that is equivalent to this add overlay right path. Okay. Okay, so okay, overlays. So when overlays apply, this says when overlays apply, apply this one to that. This one, the right to that left. So within injury points works the same as at overlay path. This says when overlays apply, apply this one. Right to that left. Okay, so okay, so okay, so diff no overlays. Okay, so then we say okay, overlay right text, and then okay, down here we say overlays apply. Okay, so now overlays apply down here, and we're going to say okay, so this thing needs a root path. Okay, and so we're going to overlay right text. So if you do that, we're going to create an op out of you because we can create an op. Okay, so we can create an op out of a system context. So yeah, we can create an op out of a system context. So we can create an op. An op is our manifest, so it's our base node structure basically. Um, so we can create an op out of func. So yeah, so we overlay, so data flow having overlays applied to it. So we create an op out of func, right? Text get. We create an op out of func, and we op out of get. We create an op. We create an op. I think I need some food. Okay, so we create an op out of it, and we look at the We create an op out of it and we look at the allow list of the inputs on the op and we say, so root path, right text get root path. Yeah, we created an allow list. So the allow list is effectively the type. If we overlay with more things, so right text, okay, yeah. So if we overlay with more things, then we would see more. Let's see. So if we overlaid with two things, right? So let's say, okay, root path, give dump discussion root path. All right, so this is an auto start operation. It returns root path. All right, return root path. Okay, so we've overlaid this on right text and we've overlaid this on right text. Right, so now we should see that root path is populated from dump discussion root path. And when right text is applied, right text and get. Okay, so yeah, so this is, okay, so path dot right text. Okay, so we should see that root path comes from dump discussion root path and that, yeah, root path comes from dump discussion root path and so we would have to say, so overlay set, so installed overlay set. Okay, so we create data flow having overlays applied to it. So return wrapper. So this becomes async with the system context, which is async with the system context, which is system context dot deployment, and then as overlays. Okay, so the function itself, so data flow having overlays applied to it. Okay, so that would be right text. So we create a system context upstream equals dfml.dataflow. Um, as, okay, so we can actually just say async with async for ctx comma results in dfml.run dfml.dataflow. Okay. that no async run. Where are we? We're in scripts. So we can import a DFML. Import DFML no async. Okay. So for CTX, comma results in DFML no async run, DFML data flow, and then what do we pass to the data flow? Well, we pass the function that we want to run, or the function that we want to wrap, right? So it must have type hinting. Function we want to wrap currently requires type hints. Okay. So to make operation. Data flow having overlays applied to it. Okay. Let's just try that for now. Okay, so data flow having overlays applied to it. And then okay. Okay, return results. Okay. Um, Data flow operation or data flow having overlays applied to it. Okay, so args, AWArgs. Okay, so what's the original function? So to grab signature and map args into kwargs of named parameters. Then stars.kwargs expand. Okay. So, so read get grep inspect dot signature. Okay. Spec signature dot parameters. That's the line I wanted. Okay. This is just the variable object having data flows applied to it. Okay. So args. So parameters. So parameters dot keys. So zip args parameters dot keys kwargs dot update zip args parameters keys. Okay, so import pprint. Okay, so okay, so let's do this. Let's just print everything. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Class overlays. All right. Right, so okay, so this becomes at overlay, community standards, and then down here, overlay. Okay, so down here we have no overlay, which means run the default installed, which means it will then register these to the other flow. Okay, I think that should be pretty smooth. I hope. So let's do it. Okay, let me write that down and take a break. Okay, so actually, let's do this first. Okay, so if this works, then we'll take a break. Okay, so where was this previously? Okay, so it's just the right text now. All right, so that's what we want. This was very interesting revelation. Okay, so it's just right text now. So we do the right text, and all right, so scripts, dump discussion, do not commit on each edit. Okay, so okay, okay, so remove commit on each edit for future use of right pathlib dot path dot right text overlay. Okay, so okay, so right text gets called, add commit on right. So this is commit on right. This is dump discussion root path, which returns root path. So commit on right takes root path, and it intends to call some git commands to save the path that just happened. So relative path needs to be populated and relative path is something that only this cares about. So it can make it from the root path there. Ooh, that's clean. Okay. That's fucking clean. That's great. I love that. I love that. Um, okay. So that is the way it should look. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. So I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Okay. Port inspect. So object having overlays applied to it. KWX. Zip. Let's make this a list. WArgs. Okay, so function dump discussion root path and self. Okay, parameters dot keys and args. Parameters dot keys self data encoding errors. Okay. Extent discussion root path. Okay, so args. Oh, because this is not, this is a wrapper with, oh duh. Okay, so make wrapper. Object having overlays applied to it. Make wrapper. I don't know, so wrapper, okay, so and args is overlay to apply. Okay, yeah, overlay to apply. Okay, and commit on write. Okay, so commit on write. Maybe this is overlays dot after. Overlays dot after write text. Yeah. So this runs following execution of write text. Okay. Yeah. So you can have three things. You can, so overlay step before, dot in place of overlays past, present, future, or overlays before, during, after. Okay. Past, present, future, before, during, after. Okay, so this will be overlays dot after. Okay, overlay to apply. So this is after overlays. Okay, so we gotta, okay, 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 okay. So apply will be a decorator. So as to activate any overlays. Okay, so everything is a system context. So everything is a system context. So everything is, let's just write this down. Okay, so everything is a system context. Um, when we apply overlays, we add them to the overlays uh, for installed within Python. When we apply, or let's see, when we install overlays, we add the overlays to the overlay property of the system context being overlaid. Um, the default installed over installs overlay, which applies default installed applicable flows will be run. Okay, so will be run on when overlays are being applied, if any are, aka the function will be run within a data flow slash system context as an upstream with no overlays if none are installed, but and it's within the scope of an overlay dot apply or overlays dot applied. or with. Okay, so with overlays dot applied, with overlays dot apply is for use as context manager. Okay, run obj or run. Yeah, let's see, applied. With overlays dot apply. Okay, so that means that overlays dot after, overlays dot after. Okay, so that means after write text is run. So within this function, after any call to any instance, after any call to write text, run above on every call to write text, run applicable installed overlays. Okay, so overlays dot apply. So apply. So we could optionally give specific ones to apply. Right, so apply after. Okay, so what if we were to merge this with the parent flow? Then could also do something like context lib. It's not defined. Okay, so this is object having overlays applied to it. Wrapper is overlay to apply. Okay, so all we really have to do here so object having overlays applied to it. So object having overlays applied to it. We mock the call. Should we mock the call? Should we decorate it? I think we should mock the call. Use mock patch. Okay, so it's almost 10. All right, I'm gonna take a break.